the professional victim, Prince Harry. Earlier this week, he went on his usual whinging journey at the Nelson Mandela Day UN conference in New York. He talked about poverty, freedom of speech and climate change, none of which he can seriously profess to be in sufferance of. In his speech, he appears to be comparing his struggle for freedom with Nelson Mandela's. The bit about misinformation, it feels like he's talking about himself. What's that got to do with Mandela? Have a listen.
Climate change wreaking havoc on our planet, with the most vulnerable suffering most of all. The few weaponizing lies and disinformation at the expense of the many. And from the horrific war in Ukraine to the rolling back of constitutional rights here in the United States, we are witnessing a global assault on democracy and freedom, the cause of Mandela's life.
I mean, really? From one disastrous speech to another. What is he talking about? Remember the one where he professes he doesn't understand the First Amendment, then proceeds to insult the American people by calling it bonkers, which is odd because it's about freedom of speech, something he's apparently struggling to grapple with now. What a contradiction. No doubt he's regurgitating a load of gobbledygook fed to him by his other half. One American journalist said, as a member of the British royal family, he's a figurehead of colonialism and has no record of commitment to the kind of ideas that Mandela stood for. Harry talks about climate change, telling us about the danger of it. Yet there is no doubt in my mind that he would have flown there by private jet, possibly the same one he jetted at breakneck speed back in during the Queen's Platinum Jubilee, to a weird little place called Montecito. Let's be honest here. If you compare his carbon footprint to any one of us, his is a crater. He's making a fortune out of this. It's nothing short of professional whinging. He's got a book coming out, another whinge fest. I mean, what has he honestly got to complain about? And now he's won his bid to bring part of his High Court claim against the Home Office over his security arrangements whilst in the UK, a place where he doesn't appear to really want to visit. He is bringing legal action over a decision not to allow him to pay for police protection for himself and his family when they're here. He's challenging the decision made in February 2020 by the Executive Committee for the Protection of Royalty and Public Figures, which is otherwise known as RAVIC, after being told that he would no longer be given the same degree of personal protection. Well, he's not a working royal. It's a choice that he made. You can't have your cake and eat it, Harry. And if Tom Bower's new book is to be believed, the alleged racist comment exposed in dramatic style on Oprah could have been a comment made by Camilla, where she apparently told her stepson it would be funny if his kids had a ginger afro. Well, in my view, that's not racist at all. It would be funny. Palace insiders are believed to have blasted the claim as nonsense. But still, Harry looks miserable of late, expecting to evoke sympathy from those who care to buy into it. And the irony is, they'll probably be living in poverty, and they'll actually be supporting him. He's making a fortune out of his own self-imposed misery. He's a professional victim. Great work if you can get it.